Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, viewers, today I am going to show you the prison system of Allah Almighty from Quran. So, remember, in Quran and in Allah Almighty system, there is no prison punishment for nobody. Allah Almighty has not put a prison system in His government or in His laws. For this, government must set up a work like clothes, carpet, factories, or in agriculture, in the fields, in the farms. The criminals, they should work and they should pay to the victim for their loss. Remember, this is the Allah law. Equal revenge, wounds for wounds, murder for murders, killing for killing, and same law is for the financial losses. Equal loss or coverage for the victims. So if anybody is doing a stealing of somebody and he is caught, he must pay, he must work and earn money and pay to the victim and cover his loss. So equal loss coverage. This is the law of Allah Almighty. And in another point I will explain you that in Allah government, Prophet is the king. He is the president and he is the leader of all the nation because he is receiving a message from Allah Almighty. So in chapter Anfal, verse 67, 68, Allah Almighty has made it clear that it is not proper, it is not the right way of Prophet to keep prisoner and to take money for their release. This is in verse 67, verse 68 in chapter Anfal. You can read it. So here Allah Almighty has made it clear that it's not the good way or it's not the way of the messengers, of the prophets to keep prisoners and take money to release them. Even they are prisoners of war or even they are local prisoners. So that's why Allah Almighty has made it clear that do not take money from the prisoners for their release. Yes, the only goods what you are capturing in the war, during the war, we call it Male Ganimat. This is the goods which you are capturing from the soldiers, from their horses, whatever they are having during the fight. That is the goods you can use it and you can divide among yourself. Otherwise, you cannot take no money from their governments or from their parents or whatever. So it means the prisoner should keep until the war is going on. When the war is finished, let them free. But before you free them, Allah Almighty has guided us that they should listen the Quranic verses. They should listen, they should have the knowledge of hell and knowledge of paradise, and they should get a message of Quran. Why it's important for them? Because on the day of judgment, these prisoners or these disbelievers, they cannot complain to Allah Almighty that they never listen the verses of Quran or they never get an invitation of Islam. So for that Allah Almighty has guided us that before we release these prisoners, we should let them listen Quran and let them listen the warning of Allah Almighty about hell, about Jahannam. So remember, Allah laws are same, even is for the war or even is for the local population. So if anyone is doing crime, let him do the repentance and let him let him repair himself and let him try to be a good Muslims. And if he is doing the crime again and again, then he should be removed from the land. If he's a thief, his hand should be cut. If he's a killer, if he's a murderer, his neck should be cut off according to the Islamic law. But every citizen have a right to repentance and then to repair himself that he can be a good person. After that, Allah Almighty have no mercy for the cruel people. So Allah Almighty has made these laws clear, and these are laws for the local people and also for the other countries, for the international. So remember, in Islam, there is no prison system. It's a equal loss, even is a financial, or equal revenge, even there is a body harm. So I hope that is clear to you. And inshallah, from next week, I'm going to start to show you the Muslim economy, the Allah system of economy, Allah financial system. And inshallah, I'm going to start it from next week. And you're going to see it, and it will gonna be a very, very surprising that what a beautiful system, what a beautiful laws and ways Allah Almighty has given us that we can feed ourselves and we can be financially strong.